Did you know that over 60% of college students report feeling overwhelming anxiety, and most of them never ask for help? If you've ever felt like college stress was swallowing you whole, you are not alone, and more importantly, there is a way through it. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to protect your mental health while navigating college life. We're covering what stress actually does to your brain and body, how to recognize when you're struggling before things get worse, proven strategies that actually reduce stress, how sleep and lifestyle choices connect directly to your mental health, and when and how to reach out for professional support. Let's get into it. Section 1. What stress really does to you. Here's the thing about stress. Your body doesn't know the difference between a tiger chasing you and a midterm exam. Both trigger the exact same biological response. Your heart rate spikes, your muscles tighten, adrenaline floods your system, and your brain shifts into survival mode. This response is called the fight or flight reaction, and in short bursts, it can actually help you perform better. That nervous energy before a presentation, it can sharpen your focus. The problem is when stress never turns off. When your body stays in emergency mode for days, weeks, or months, it starts breaking down. Your immune system weakens. Your memory gets worse. Your mood crashes. You might stop sleeping well, start eating differently, or feel like you just can't catch up no matter what you do. College is one of the highest stress environments young adults ever face. You're managing classes, finances, relationships, identity, and often living away from home for the first time, all at once. That's a lot. And recognizing that stress is a physical and emotional experience, not just a feeling you can push through, is the first step toward actually dealing with it. So if stress has all these effects, how do you know when normal stress has crossed a line into something more serious? That's what we're covering next. Section 2. Recognizing when something is wrong. There's a big difference between feeling stressed before finals and feeling hopeless every single day. One of the most important skills you can build in college is self-awareness, the ability to check in with yourself and notice when something is off. Common signs that stress has moved into something more serious include persistent sadness that doesn't lift after a few days, withdrawing from friends and activities you used to enjoy, changes in appetite or sleep that last for weeks, difficulty concentrating even when you've slept and eaten, and feeling like things will never get better. These could be signs of depression, anxiety disorders, or other mental health conditions that are incredibly common among college students and incredibly treatable. The challenge is that when we're in the middle of it, we often normalize the suffering. We tell ourselves everyone feels this way, or we're just being dramatic, or we just need to try harder. You wouldn't ignore a broken arm because you thought everyone had one. Your mental health deserves the same urgency as your physical health. Recognizing the signs is only part of the equation. Once you know something is wrong, you need tools to actually do something about it. That's exactly what comes next. Section 3. Strategies that actually reduce stress. Let's talk about what works. Not the stuff people tell you that sounds good but doesn't actually help. Actual, research-backed strategies. First, physical movement is one of the most powerful stress relievers available to you, and it's free. Even 20 to 30 minutes of walking a few times a week measurably reduces anxiety and boosts your mood. You don't need a gym membership, you just need to move. Second, time management is a mental health tool. A huge source of college stress is the feeling that everything is due at once and nothing is under control. Breaking big tasks into smaller steps, using a planner or calendar, and building in buffer time between obligations can completely change how overwhelmed you feel. You're not just organizing tasks, you're reducing the mental load of holding everything in your head. Third, mindfulness and breathing exercises are not just trendy wellness advice. Studies show that even 5 minutes of slow, focused breathing can lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone in your body. Apps like Headspace or just a simple YouTube-guided breathing video can get you started. Fourth, social connection is a buffer against stress. Having even 1 or 2 people you can be honest with, not performing okayness, but actually talking, makes a measurable difference in resilience. Isolation makes everything harder. These strategies work, but they work even better when your foundation is solid. And that foundation? It starts with something most college students are completely sacrificing. Section 4. Sleep, lifestyle, and your mental health. Sleep is not optional. This is one of the most important things you will hear in this video. Chronic sleep deprivation, and most college students are chronically sleep deprived, does not just make you tired. It impairs your memory, weakens your emotional regulation, increases anxiety, and makes you significantly more vulnerable to depression. The research is clear. Adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, not because some doctor made it up, but because during sleep your brain literally clears out waste products, consolidates memories, and resets your emotional processing systems. Pulling all-nighters doesn't just hurt your sleep. It hurts your ability to think clearly the next day, which defeats the entire purpose. Beyond sleep, what you eat and whether you stay hydrated directly affect your mood and energy. Caffeine and sugar give short bursts and then drop you hard. Skipping meals creates blood sugar crashes that mimic anxiety symptoms. Alcohol, which many students use to cope with stress, actually increases anxiety and disrupts sleep quality. This isn't about being perfect, it's about understanding that your body and your mind are the same system. When you treat your body like an afterthought, your mental health pays the price. Building even small, consistent habits around sleep, food, and movement creates a foundation that makes everything else more manageable. But sometimes, even with good habits and good strategies, you need more support than you can give yourself, and that's where we end. Section 5. When to ask for help and how. Asking for help is not weakness. It is the most practical, strategic thing you can do when you're struggling beyond your capacity to cope alone. Every accredited college in the United States is required to offer mental health resources to students. Most have free counseling centers right on campus. Many have crisis hotlines, peer support programs, and referrals to outside therapists. These resources exist because mental health crises among college students are common, and because schools have a responsibility to support you. If you're not sure whether what you're experiencing warrants help, ask yourself this: is this interfering with my daily life? If yes, that's enough. You don't need to be in crisis to deserve support. The National Crisis Text Line is available right now. Just text HOME to 741-741. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is also available by call or text if you are in a darker place. You don't have to be at your lowest point to use these resources. Reaching out early is always better than waiting. Your mental health is not separate from your academic success. It is the engine underneath it. Take care of it like your future depends on it, because in many ways, it does. If this video helped you, please give it a like so it reaches more students who need to hear it. Subscribe if you want more content that actually helps you navigate college successfully. And drop a comment below. What's the biggest source of stress in your college life right now? I read every single one, and you might just help someone else feel less alone.